last video for this series, part 2 of my minimalism journey, we did the closet and it is looking great. I'm excited. So today is part 3 and we are going to work on the paper clutter in my closet. All of the files, we're going to take care of this, not just declutter and organize it, but I'm going to implement a slightly different system and I'll share that with you guys. So we're going to take care of all of this. I'm so excited and ready for this to be taken care of and cleaned up. And then also, obviously I need to take care of all of this, clean this up a bit, but we're going to also focus on my dresser, decluttering and organizing. So this is just a peek on what we're working with. Sock drawer, underwear, all of that. And I have this in the drawer to help me stay organized. Obviously, I don't use it. I don't like it. So we're taking that out and we're going to put something else in. So that is what we are working on today. Just more decluttering. I'm trying to go as minimal, not so crazy minimal, but minimalish, hence the title. But just declutter and organize. So I'm going to take a quick moment to clear a path to my dresser so I can actually reach it and get it decluttered and organized. Yes, I'm in my PJs. Please excuse that. It was Saturday. I did not really feel like doing anything on this day. That previous week, every day that previous week, I had worked on my closet and I almost didn't get started on this, but I was like, just keep your PJs on, stay cozy, and just get started. So that is what we are doing on this day. But this drawer is just like warm, cozy socks. I love these. I love putting them on during the winter. I've decluttered this drawer before and I always keep them. But I've mentioned this in other videos. Instead of just thinking, okay, declutter, clean it up and organize, I'm trying to approach it differently. I'm trying to be as minimal as possible and be realistic. Realistically, I live in Florida and for example, it is 75 degrees and it's almost November. It's just not a cold place. I might be able to have one day where I put these on, so maybe I'll save one, but I mean, even on our cold days, it's not that cold. I just don't think it justifies an entire drawer. So I think that I will maybe save like one pair or two for the rare occasion that I do wear these and roll them up and just stick them in the sock drawer, and that will free up this space. 99% of what is in this drawer I don't use, so we're gonna get rid of it. This is what I am going to be donating, and this is what I'm going to be keeping. You know, honestly, I'll get rid of this pair too. That way, if I absolutely get the urge, I will have at least one pair. Then I just kept some stockings and other things. So we're going to keep this drawer empty for now and then figure out what we are going to, or where this will go. So I'm just moving on to the rest of the drawers. A lot of these are pants that I don't use anymore. The pants I'm going through right now were all pants from when I was teaching, and I literally got rid of every single pair. I donated every single pair. I don't wear them anymore. So I was just like, girl, you know you're not going to get rid of it. So it felt really, really good to be able to just declutter and get rid of all of this stuff. Okay, so I've emptied most of the drawers. I think I'm going to do that drawer last because I'm just unsure what I want to do with it right now. This is my donate pile. I didn't think there was much in there. I was like, this is going to be easy. I mean, it's not hard, but much more than I thought, and it feels so good to just get rid of all this stuff. This is my keep pile so far. So that makes me happy, but most of these drawers are empty. I did leave this one because I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it. It's mostly like the remote for our bed tools, bed sheets. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that right now. So I'm going to leave that for right now. And then when I'm done with all the drawers, I'll figure that out. But I also put this one off because it's like very overwhelming to me. So we're going to get this straight. I put in some organizers before and I did keep up with it for a few months, but I don't like having these. All right, so I finished organizing this. I just kept that one pair, some other long socks, my normal socks, underwear, everything is organized better, and I feel like when I go to fold it and put it away, it'll just be easier, but still organized. Simple but organized, and I decluttered a lot. I got rid of a lot of the things that I don't use. This drawer, just some bras. This is just my undershirts and like tank tops. I don't wear them too often, so I'm gonna leave them here, and then probably, I don't know, in a few months I'll kind of revisit this drawer, and if I haven't worn them at all, I'll start decluttering. In this drawer, these are like my pants, sweatpants. There's a couple gaps. I need to do some laundry, so not all my laundry is here. And this is my pajamas. I'm wearing a pair now. There's a pair in the dirty clothes. So hopefully that'll kind of help this so it doesn't move around so much. Here, I just clean this up a bit. This is for our bed, so I do keep this here, all of this. And then lastly, an extra sheet set for our bed. This is everything that I decluttered and will be getting rid of. I did pull out a couple of tank tops. So this too. Just decluttering everywhere, guys. This is that jewelry organizer that I took care of whenever I did my closet. And more of those Apple Watches that I don't use. A couple other things. So. Anyways, my trunk is full. I still need to take that last load from the closet to the donation center, but we're gonna add this. I'm so happy. So now I'm gonna work on these files. My goal is to just declutter as much as I can. I will get rid of literally every single thing I can unless I absolutely have to have it. This box that when we moved in was here, just like with previous house information. So that I'm gonna keep and not really touch. And whenever we move, we'll leave it behind. And then the rest of it is just like taxes and random folders. I honestly don't even know what this is, but we're gonna go through it. If we don't need it, we're gonna get rid of it. So I'm going to take all of the folders and the loose paperwork that's not filed, and I'm just going to start going through every single thing. Also, I don't know how to do a blur, so hence the white box. It's only for like 10 seconds, don't worry. But I was like, some of this stuff I don't know if I would like want on camera. Not that I think anybody would like do anything. But anyways, so sorry about the box, but that's just what it is. Now that I've gone through all of the paperwork and the folders that were lying around, I'm going to tackle the file boxes. So I have 2 file boxes I keep my files in because one got so full, and there is no rhyme or reason to these boxes. They are not organized by subject or alphabetical order. Maybe at one point years ago they were, but as the years have gone on, I've added more, and I'll just kind of do it like in a rush and scribble the title and then just throw it wherever there's room. And I also have folders in there that don't have labels. Obviously, the folders are just very unorganized, which makes it tricky when I need to find something, but also when I need to file something, I have to search through everything. I don't know which box it's in. My goal today is to declutter these files and to consolidate them to one box, not 2. I only want to keep what is absolutely necessary. I think even if you've been doing something for a long time, you can always learn something new. So I did do some research online, just a little, prior to this to see if maybe there's a new way I could file or a new system I could use. There are so many ways people file. Some people use binders. I thought that would take up too much room, so I knew I wanted to keep it in a box. Some even have like a designated area to keep folders or files temporarily, and then they'll review them and then file in a different area. I just want one area. Some people group by like subject and color code to keep those subjects together. I'll put an example on the screen. That is what I liked the most. That is what I prefer. Obviously, you just have to choose what you like the most. Before I can group them together, I wanted to take stock of what I have. We're going to go through the files. I'm going to pull each one out individually and weed through it, again with that minimal intention in mind, only keeping what is necessary. And some files I can completely get rid of. And as I'm weeding through, I'm trying to place them with like subjects. For example, medical with medical, schooling files with the school files, property and home files together, vehicles together. Now that I've gone through all the files and weeded out anything that we don't need, I'm going to start finalizing those groups. My goal is to have 3 groups, and I am going to put them in color-coded folders as well. For now, I'm just sort of sorting them, making any tweaks that I want to make. One of the sections that I have will be a vehicle section, just to keep track of all of the work that we have done on our individual vehicles. In case we sell it, we have documentation. And then the next section will be legal docs. This are the properties, court papers. This is the personal section, medical, school. And I would definitely recommend, before you decide what sections or groups you are going to have, to find out what you have first. Just like I did, you might think oh, I'm going to have these different sections. And then once you go through everything and you start grouping it, you realize, you need to group them a little differently than what you originally thought. What I have or what I need, you may not need. You may not need a vehicle section, or you may want to call it something else. My personal includes my school and medical files. You may want to have a complete medical section on your own, that stands by itself. It's really based on your needs for your family. I also looked up different file boxes online and found one that was fireproof and waterproof, which I thought was great. And you can put it on wheels, which is also great. So I'm going to take this apart and just start filing everything. I've got the box all put together. Now I'm going to start transferring those files to the new files. Again, I'm using a color-coded system. I'm using white, gray, and black, and I'll show you at the end how I divided that up. And I decided to use my label maker to label my files. I was going to just write it, but sometimes if I'm in a rush to make a new one, I'll kind of scribble it, and I wanted it to be neat and clean. But I also didn't want to type them up on the computer, because if I'm in a rush, I don't want to have to go downstairs to type it up, to print it, to cut it out, to put it in the tab. Hopefully that makes sense. I just want to very quickly, just like I did now, write up the file that I need, or the label that I need, and put it on the tab, and bam, I am done. It's neat, it's clean. You can do different sizes. You can do all capital letters if you want, lowercase. You can do anything. I love this thing, and I think I'm going to actually keep it upstairs by my file just for convenience, because I really don't use it for anything else. So definitely recommend using a label maker to label your files. So I just finished transferring all of the files to the new files. I chose this color-coded system, so I have it sectioned off into 3 subjects, I guess. Vehicle, and also the label maker does that. I think that's so cute, just in case you don't know. You can really do anything with it. Everything for a vehicle is just labeled here if we need to pull it up, and it is the white folders. And then these are my legal documents, so any property papers, any like court documents or anything like that. is under legal. So that is like a dark gray. And so this is the personal section, the third section, and it is black, the black folder. So it's medical, school stuff, Charlie's vet. Anyways, that's what this is, and it's just so much nicer. Like, I know exactly where to go. I don't have this stuff organized within it. I guess I can really quick organize the alphabetical order within each section to make it a little more organized, but this, I was able to fit everything into this one container, and I have plenty of room. I'm gonna put our birth certificates and social security cards either in here, or I also months and months ago purchased this fireproof, I believe. I like this a bit more for holding our birth certificates and things like that. You can sort of fit this in here. So I think I'm going to put all of that in here. Obviously I can't show you that, and then try to fit it in this part because I want it all together in one container in case I have to grab it and go. This does have a strap, and then, oh, you know, I'm so glad. Also, I almost forgot, I have to put in my taxes. In the back, I have a section for taxes. I ran out of the paper, so I'll have to order more, and I'll just quickly label those, but those are the taxes. I'm just, of course, keeping 7 years, you know, the past 7 years. But anyways, there we are. Super happy. I'm so glad it's in one container and not all mixed up into and out of order. And I also got rid of so much. I have a huge shred pile today again to get rid of. So anyways, also this, I'm sitting here on my bed, and this is what decluttering looks like. I am very overwhelmed by it. Obviously I can't like show you my shred pile, but it's very large over here, and then I have more to shred that I had thrown in the closet last night just to like clear my bed so I can sleep. So now's the part where I just gotta start picking up. But I will say, I feel like all the hard stuff upstairs, actually I'm just kidding, I was about to say the hard stuff's over, and then I look right ahead of me and that whole stack is pictures that at the very end, like I've said, we're gonna go through and organize. So that'll be like one of my final videos in this series. But anyways, I'm happy this is done. So happy. I wanted to share this with you. I might not have needed like such a large container, but I just love this. I have our passports in here. I know it's kind of hard to see because it's dark. I put 2 in each section, but there's just plenty of room. You can, you know, your important documents. Now I have this disaster shred pile. Some in there. Finished cleaning up all of the things from all of this decluttering. We're gonna put everything in bags that's going to be donated, get that downstairs, clean up some of these trash piles, get those downstairs, and then I will give you a final overview of everything that we've done upstairs. So part 1 of the series, part 2, and part 3, just kind of a little quick final glimpse of everything that we've accomplished. We've been working so hard. There were also a couple tweaks I wanted to make and some final decluttering. I'm getting rid of more tank tops, look at me. So I'm gonna do just a couple more tweaks and then we'll go over everything. And then here, I wanted to show you guys, I was complaining in I think my first part of this series about the cleaning supplies being on that bookshelf. Some of you suggested putting it under here. It fits. Now it's cluttered. I don't like it. So somebody suggested maybe trying to put those in the drawer and rearranging some things. So we're gonna try that. I'm gonna do a little bit of rearranging to see if I can make it happen. If not, I'm just gonna put it back on the bookshelf. It's not like a huge deal. It's out of sight. Nobody sees it. I don't care that much, but we're gonna try. Here is what we did with the closet. Remember, these shelves were so cluttered. Of course, my files were so cluttered. Loving that. And here's a glimpse of this shelf. Oh, those are old IDs. I just need to cut up, but everything is organized, decluttered, cleaned up. It was so messy in here. I wanted to give you a glimpse before I put those 2 totes in here with the pictures, and I'm just loving it. It's so weird to only see 3 boxes. Remember, we went through all of those. I had some lined up here, all through here. We went through everything, organized my greeting cards, tossed out my old movie tickets, tossed out like old letters, all of the things, organized every single one of those. It just feels really good to have all that done. Got rid of tons of clothes. I've been hanging my leggings there. Obviously, I need to wash laundry really bad. Anyway, so loving the closet. Obsessed. Here is the bags of donations I'm making. I did not expect to have that much that I was going to be getting rid of. I thought maybe a bag. Donate this. Super happy. Feeling great. And then in here, it's still, nice and organized. We took care of all this, my oils, the book light, in case I'm reading a hard copy book, and then my little mindfulness puzzle thing that I use, and I ended up putting those molds there just so they're safe and out of the way. Okay, so we also did this cabinet. Really not much change. I just kind of cleaned it up, decluttered, got all my soaps. Those are like the bands you put on your arms and wrists and around your face when you wash your face that I use sometimes. Still loving it in here. I only kept what I use. My makeup, I'm loving. My makeup was already pretty decluttered, but I love that that's literally all I have. And everything in there I use, so whenever I go in now, I don't have to search everywhere for it. But yeah, loving it. And then my sensitive soaps, all this. We went through that. Hand towels are dirty. I gotta wash them. Somebody did suggest putting my towels here, I think. Or maybe my washcloths and hand towels here and my towels here. And then that basket down here. But I like how this is. You remember I changed this. I took that big tote out that had the toilet paper in and I put the towels. And they just stack really high when all of them are clean. I mean, they're touching this. This is perfect. I love it. I love it just how it is. This, I'm glad that I did change, actually. So, thank you guys to whoever suggested this. The only reason I didn't even think about it at first, honestly, was just because it's never been used. Sorry. It's never been used this way. It always has had stuff in it, like my hair tools. So I never thought to put the cleaning tools under there, but works out great. This is the same. The cap to my toothpaste, so I gotta wipe that every couple days. But other than that, it's organized and loving that. We just changed this. I got rid of these 2 more clips. I love flowers. I mean, I literally have flower tattoos, but my hair thankfully is growing longer again, and I just don't really go for these whenever I put clips in. So that's it. I did keep my snake one, I love it. And then my brush and my big tooth comb. So this worked out really good. I love the way this looks. And then down here, I did change it to those hot tools with my glove. Perfect. Whoever, I forget who suggested that, but thank you for that suggestion. And you guys have already seen that. It's the same thing it was before. It's all Darren's shading stuff. It's boring. But now I have 2 more organizers I can add to that bin, and I'm not going to get rid of this quite yet. I am going to put it in my organizer bin, and if I decide later on that I want to keep it or use it again, then I'll go ahead and use it. I just know sometimes once you declutter and organize, when you're living with it and like using it a certain way, a lot of times what you thought would be a good idea or what you thought you would like just isn't working. So I think I'm gonna like having it this way, but just in case, I'm gonna hold on to that for a little bit longer. So I have, Tyler just brought down those bags to the car to donate, and then I went through that stuff and I have more to donate. It's honestly, it's like, it's getting so much easier and I'm getting rid of more. It's like a snowball effect. Those clips, and then a couple of tank tops. I did keep some, but I definitely didn't need as many as I had. So we're gonna donate this, even more, yay. We also did this shelf, just to kind of give you guys a recap. I do keep the dusters for cleaning tucked away under there, and I need a vacuum. Don't judge me. My house, you guys. My house is a wreck, and the paper towels, I put them in that basket, but other than that, I've been making sure not to clutter the shelf. By the way, totally random, I just finished this series, Throne Glass series today, or yesterday. I read the last book. Oh, goodness, okay. And then we also decluttered the linen closet and kind of reorganized it. Loving it still. It's wonderful. And remember, we also put this guy here. I hung it over the shelf with this like organizer that I ordered on Amazon, which I like because you can put these 2 here and it just works out nice. It was in my closet, taking up room, like my bedroom closet. So that is going to be it for this video. I did record like a little chat, but I listened to it and I just kind of like ramble. So I'm just gonna quickly say thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it. If you made it this far, leave an orange heart. If you have enjoyed hanging out with me and you are not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It helps my channel out a lot. They will push it out more if you do. And I believe that is it. I will say, because I worked straight through all that week on the closet and then that weekend and into, I want to say, Monday on this video, I am feeling a little burned out and tired with the decluttering, so I think my next video will be a cleaning video. My house has been very neglected because I've been working so hard on all of this, so I want to give it a really good clean, and then we'll jump back into part 4 and we're going to head downstairs and start decluttering. But the next video will most likely be a cleaning video. I hope you guys will tune in for that. Thank you guys so much for all of your love and support on these videos. I appreciate it, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.